Hello and welcome to Fist Only Hellsplit. The rules are simple. I will only be using my fists, I will not be using any sort of weapon, I will allow arena outs, and I will not allow any potions. Armor and such are fair game, but no shields. The main four ways I will be taking out these ghouls is either A. Ripping out their hearts, B. Taking off their heads, C. Beating them, or D. Smashing their heads into the floor. Quite early on, I made a mistake and accidentally stabbed this archer with a pitchfork. Unfortunately, the only way that I could repay this is just dying so I could end the level. Thankfully, this was my only death for this episode. Although with some luck, I managed to make it through the first level without any major interruptions. Even when I got to the main boss, he wasn't much to talk about. I mean, you can see I'm basically kicking the crap out of him while he's just sitting there on the floor. Anyway, Dungeon 1 was not much to talk about, but it did introduce skeletons and archers. I love skeletons personally, but I despise archers. They're the bane of my existence, especially as someone who doesn't even have anything to throw at an archer, other than maybe a zombie's head. Thankfully, they never get any armor, and they will always be able to have their head crushed or their heart taken out, like this guy. Honestly, this wasn't too much of a challenge either, but I never did get to the boss of this during this episode because, well, partly because the loading times got very, very long at the end. I don't know what is causing this, but for some reason, loading is killing me. And not these guys, and I'd rather them kill me than the loading. For reference, this is actually the fight that I had the most difficulty on out of all of them. And it was just because of a couple lucky shots. I'll let this play out so you can see just how much this annoyed me, but how much it wasn't a challenge, and it was mostly luck. This is the armory, for those who aren't familiar with Hellsplit. Here I buy some armor, equip it. I had plenty of money since I haven't been buying weapons or potions or shields or whatever, or even that much armor before this. So I just bought the most expensive armor I could, and that was it. Armor helps protect you from certain kinds of damage. Mostly all of them, but there's only so much you can do about getting shot in the face with an arrow. When that happens, you're pretty much dead. This becomes even more apparent in hardcore, which I will attempt if I finish this run all the way and it actually gets views. Or I just enjoy it that much. It's been pretty fun. There are also special levels like these that don't have you go into dungeons and have you go into somewhere special, like a lake or a forest or wherever. This one's like a frozen over lake that I personally enjoy, but you're only here to earn gold. And you earn a lot of gold, but I would rather an ability to skip these just so I could advance the story faster. But I'm happy with the game how it is. As you can see here, I'm being flanked by two archers, and obviously they don't know any strategy, but it is honestly really annoying for me. I remember being very stressed out in this situation, especially right there. That was really stressful for me. And the fact that you can't smash anybody on the dirt because it's not quite dirt. There's a ground layer for every level, and anything that's above that ground layer doesn't even count as a head smash. This is the torture dungeon. Honestly, despite its name, my favorite place yet. It has so many cool different things to mess with. I mean, it has like an Iron Maiden, it has spikes, it has like a literal meat grinder. It has a pool of lava, for goodness sake, and an execution like guillotine. So I don't know, it's like anything you could ever want is right here. It's very fun. Yeah, it's by far my favorite level.